O, Valley of Death, Southwest Riders. Ray can get the keyboard going. Ray can. No bulletproof vest. Yo, homie, I'm coming out. Stop bleeding. I'm ready to put this shit to the test. Simone, that's it. Straight up and on my zest. I wears no bulletproof vest. Yo, homie, I'm coming out. Stop bleeding. I'm ready to put this shit to the test. Simone.
Check it out, check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
So what you talk about? I'm rolling down the calle, Simon, ready for the desmadre. SKS, assault rifle in my trunk for any puto that wants to try to pull a stunt. Simon, ese, you little runt. I'm here and I'm ready to put the shit in gear. Rolling down the calle, ready to cause a desmadre. Simon, who's got the metralleta? Straight on these fools. It's time, yo. Now it's time to go party, homeboy. Chickity check, mic check. Chickity check, mic check. Chickity check, mic check. Ahí te venimos otra vez con una firme rola. Running from the chotas, pollo cabeza. Simón, ese chagón en cerveza. We rolling down the streets, we on the smooth creep. What you gonna do when I break through with my crew? Jordy's Mex Productions coming at Tucson, Arizona. Tú sabes que tenemos la fórmula para esta música. Yeah.
People, they call me Crazy Show. It's a weird weather we're having here in town. But first thing is first, I want to talk about this motherfucker. This motherfucker said yesterday, a couple days ago, as a matter of fact, that he thinks that the U.S. is gonna attack North Korea. And what kind of bullshit is that? We already have enough problems already. So I hate this fucking fuck. And you know what? I feel kind of bad because this guy is a fellow fan of the Friday the 13th series. But I don't give a fuck. Die! Die! Fucking burn in hell for all I care. And on top of that, we all seen the Michael Jackson interviews lately. This is what I think of Michael Jackson. He can also do whatever the fuck he wants. But don't molest little kids, you fucking sick plastic surgeon's worst nightmare.
And don't try this at home, kids.
Hola people, the Call Me Crazy show. It's gonna be 5 years. What am I saying? It is 5 years since I've been on the air on public access. So therefore I want to thank public access for making it possible, and I want to thank the editor, and I want to thank you, the viewer, for making the Call Me Crazy show just a fun, relaxing time for me for the past 5 years that I have been on the air. And I don't want to get too therapy, so listen to this. And I'm not doing no thank you speech. So what basically I want to do is a little entertainment segment, because basically I've been talking a lot about bad stuff, worst case scenarios that could happen with war looming on the horizon for the U.S. And so basically I want to get back into what I normally used to do in the beginning of the show. Would go off on the movies back in '98 when the idea of September 11 wasn't even a thought or anything of that matter. So I want to go off on some cool stuff I've been trying to get into to give to you, the viewer, to get something excited for the summer. So all you people who like Vin Diesel back in the movie Triple X and the Fast and the Furious, and also Saving Private Ryan as a little bit part in there in the beginning. And what other movies he made? And also he made Pitch Black. So remember that movie Pitch Black? Now he plans to make part 2, and he is making part 2. So that should be cool to be looking out for, because part 1 was an awesome movie. We all know the whole movie plot was about the animals didn't like light, they can only move in the darkness. So I think that's fucking great that they're doing part 2. Okay, and then we all remember American Pie 1 and American Pie 2. One time in band camp, we all remember those days. Get ready people, American Pie 3 comes out, and it's called An American Wedding. It's American Pie 3, and it's called American Wedding. Apparently one of the boys and one of the girls get married in the 3rd American Pie movie, and that should be interesting because the first 2 were hilarious. I never cracked up so hard ever in my entire life. I have that in my collection. Okay, then we all know Joe Millionaire chose Zora. I saw some pictures of okay, remember all Joe Millionaire? It came down to the wire. It was Zora and the other blonde girl, and remember the other blonde girl was like involved in some I guess like some not very good S&M porno movie. I saw some pictures of it. She doesn't even have her clothes off, and it gets really like lame shit. It doesn't even it shouldn't even be classified as anything pornography. That is what it's supposed to be, I guess, or whatever. But anyways, Joe Millionaire chose Zora, and they got $1 million. So I know people, I know. I'm just going off for entertainment. I'm trying to brighten up the day. Okay, and then I heard it through the grapevine too. Lollapalooza might be coming around this summer. I really don't know if it's really real, so we'll see. I heard that Audioslave and Jane's Addiction might be the top runner-up for Lollapalooza. I've been to Lollapalooza a couple of times, even in the beginning also. The It's a lot of fun, people. Okay, and then I saw Charlie's Angels 2 previews. The movie called Full Throttle. And yes, it stars the 3 original girls from the movie. We all know who they are. And apparently also Demi Moore is in the movie. Charlie's Angels Part 2, Demi Moore. And we all remember Bill Murray. He was Charlie. Oh no, he wasn't Charlie. He was I forget his name. But he doesn't have a role in Part 2. Bernie Mac, we all know who he is. He's hilarious. He's gonna be in Charlie's Angels Part 2. Okay, and then I saw a picture also through the grapevine. We all remember when Jim Carrey did The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which was a great movie made by Ron Howard, who went on to win an Academy Award for A Beautiful Mind. But anyway, they're doing a second motion picture of a Dr. Seuss story, and Michael Myers, what the fuck am I saying? Michael Myers. Michael Myers. Yeah, I can imagine Michael Myers in Dr. Seuss book, The Cat in the Hat. It's Dr. Seuss book. Anyway, The Cat in the Hat is the new movie by I have no idea who, but starring Mike Myers, more famous for his role as Austin Powers. But anyway, I saw a picture of Mike Myers as the cat in the movie The Cat in the Hat, and he looked just like the cat. I think it might be a little better than the Grinch. We'll have to see on that. Okay, I'm a big Beatles fan, and I'm sure you people out there in La La Land are too. Apparently, lost Beatles tapes were found in Europe. They have a lot of songs on there that were never released, and hopefully they'll be released later this year. Hopefully. Okay, then the singer from Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong. You know the guy from Green Day who sings that song When I Come Around back almost 10 years ago, and he has some other songs too. Anyway, the guy from Green Day was busted for DUI. Okay, then also this year, Linkin Park has Meteoria, the follow-up album to Hybrid Theory. And I like Linkin Park. They were bad. I got that CD for my birthday back in 2000 in November, and that really got me into it. I didn't get to see him at the Rialto though. I wish I would have. Okay, X-Men 2 is coming out. We all know that. I showed the preview of that. Here's a cool thing I found out about X-Men 2 for all you hardcore X-Men fans out there. Be on a close lookout in the background in the movie, because apparently you'll be able to spot Jubilee, and you'll be able to spot in one scene in the background Gambit. So that should be cool. Okay. Also March 28th, a new movie comes out called House of 1,000 Corpses. And it's made by Rob Zombie. I've been seeing previews and like pictures for this movie since 2000. Now it finally got widespread distribution, and it's going to be able to be seen on March 28th, and it's called House of 1,000 Corpses by Rob Zombie. We all know who Rob Zombie is. He used to be the former frontman and founder of the band called White Zombie. And now he has a great solo career. I remember when him and Korn played at the TCC a while back. That was pretty cool. Okay. Okay, Bad Boys. Remember that movie Bad Boys with Will Smith and what's that guy's name? Oh, Martin Lawrence. Remember they made that movie when they were cops in Miami in 1995. I never seen the movie at all, folks. But apparently this summer, it comes out, Bad Boys 2. I guess it's 10 years after the first one. We'll see how good that is. Or how bad that is. Okay, and then a new movie coming out this year also called Wonderland. And basically, back in the day, we all know who John Holmes was. He was a very, very famous porn star, loosely based on what they did with Boogie Nights. the movie. But back when he quit being a porn star, he gave it all up, and what happened, he was accused of these murders that happened on this street called Wonderland Avenue murder. Wonderland Avenue was the name of the street, and apparently they thought that he killed these girls. So we'll have to see what the outcome was, because I really don't remember what happened. Okay, then July 2nd. July 2nd, we had Terminator 3, The Rise of the Machine. The third and final movie in the Terminator trilogy. We all seen the previews for that. We've shown it on the Call Me Crazy show. And it's going to have a female bad female character on their enemy, going against the cyborg that is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, then July 18th, The Exorcist: The Beginning comes out. I don't know what it is. It's like I guess it's a prequel to The Exorcist, the first one that came out back in 73, 72. I really don't remember what year it came out. But July 18th, The Exorcist. Okay, people, I love Angelina Jolie. She's fucking great. One of my favorite movies is called Gia, and she's in that movie, and she's fucking great in that movie. But she's gonna be coming out with a new movie on July 25th called Tomb Raider 2. Okay, and then in the final week of July, people, we all seen that movie Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. Guess what, people? A new movie comes out called When Harry Met Lloyd, Dumb and Dumber 2. That should be very, very interesting. Okay, then on August 8th, one of the creators of the Scream movies and Freddy's Nightmare movie, the original, he's going to have a new movie called Cursed, and it's a werewolf movie. Okay, then we all remember Anakin Skywalker in Episode 2. That dude, the actor who played him, his name is Hayden Christensen, and he has a new movie coming out, a movie called Shattered Glass. I could like to see what's going on with the future Darth Vader. Okay, then Sam Raimi, one of the best directors that ever lived. I don't know what network, but he's gonna have a show and a movie called Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in the winter. So that should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Sam Raimi is most he's famous for making the movie Evil Dead, and he's famous for making Spider-Man last summer and last year's big hit. Okay, we all remember Chips, the program back in the day in the 70s with Ponch and the whole crew. It's going to be a new TV show in the winter. It's going to be coming out on Fox. So we'll stay in tune for that. Okay, then Return of the King, the third and final movie in the trilogy, The Lord of the Rings, comes out this year. And then finally, the long-awaited movie, Kill Bill, the long-awaited movie from Quentin Tarantino. He's most famous for making the movie Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs, and also helping out with Robert Rodriguez on the From Dusk to Dawn movie series. It's going to be a movie with Uma Thurman and Lucy Liu with a bunch of assassins. I'm not really sure what the whole movie's about. Well, I'll let you know more about that, but it comes out October 10th, hopefully. Okay, we all remember Ving Rhames on the subject of Quentin Tarantino. Ving Rhames plays badass homeboy in Pulp Fiction. He's going to be, Ving Rhames, he's going to be the new Kojak. Kojak, remember Kojak was by Terry Savalas? Now we're going to have Ving Rhames playing Kojak. Okay, and then it's going to be a new pop-up book, and it's going to be a Stephen King pop-up book, and it's going to be the book, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. And a weird note, I found out that Kevin Spacey, the Academy Award winner from American Beauty, used to be pals and friends with another high school friend, and his name was Val Kilmer. So Val Kilmer and Kevin Spacey go a long way back. They were friends in high school together. Okay, people, I'm out of here. The Common Crazy Show, episode 82. I'll be seeing you in a little bit. I hope you enjoy the best of the Common Crazy Show, year 5. So I'm out of here. I hope you enjoy my little wannabe Access Hollywood segment. Until then, war is still ticking down in Iraq, and I'm out of here.
If you could wonder why I have no heat at all. There's people knocking on my window, waiting for some crack. And even if I did, I would smoke it all. Got race pictures on my wall, and it reminds me that I'm not that gay. I'm not that gay. Myself, my picture, and my home phone number. I sent 10 letters way back in the day. So what's up, dude? What's up, Ray? There was something going on in the BCC. I know that happens. It's okay, man. What's been going on? How's your show going? Well, it's going good. I was just reminiscing about the good. I was just talking about the days we used to go to 8 Mountain, go to the park and drink the water. Just want you to remember me. This is me, right here. Come back. I know you're the artist. I have the binoculars. I saw you outside. I was standing with your little brother Louie. You could have said what's up and signed his t-shirt. Your little brother was standing out the clothes. Little Louie had a bloody nose. I ain't that mad though. I just don't like being lied to. Remember when we met in 2nd grade? You said that you liked Twisted Sister? Yeah, me too. Get right with me, Ray. It's me. Besides, capital. Public access man. This will be the last letter I ever send your ass, man. It's been 2 years, you haven't said a word. I don't deserve it. I'm driving right now, drinking a 40 of Mickey. I'm sick of you, dog. You know that song by Room Explore? Shut up! You heard that? You got me so pissed off I locked my homie's mom in the trunk. Oh, I don't know how I'm supposed to do this out. I took all your pictures off the wall. Oh no.
Alrighty folks, we're at Corvette Car Show on Fort Lowe. Here we go. Okay, basically what we're doing is a couple video footage of the Corvettes. It's a beauty also.
We're looking for our second one.
How you doing?
Want a card? Want a card?
Okay, we have another Corvette. Long live Dale. I'd like to thank the Corvette Seafront Club. Alrighty, I'm outie. You won't believe it, folks, but I bought all this for $2. Hardback Star Wars book for paperback. Stephen King. $2. Thank ya. That's real. That's real truth. Alrighty. Also found out in China, a man was at the Beijing Zoo, and he was a college student. And for some weird reason, for some crazy demented motherfucking reason, is that he poured some acid on some of the bears that they have housed in the zoo, and somehow he managed to be able to get close enough to the bear, and he poured sulfuric acid on the bear. What is wrong with that kind of mentality of going into the zoo and pouring acid on bears? But he said he wanted to see if they were really stupid. He had quoted as saying. I know you do.
I want to get
Behind
through
the
like
scenes.
strictly total death. You know what I mean?
Just rehearsing real quick.
Cool. Okay, one more shot.
A found object.
Improvisation is key.
There's no such thing as survival in the desert. Okay, can I have you a shot of a shot like dog's eye view of. Hola people, once again, it's the Call Me Crazy show, episode 65 and 65, I'm sorry. And I'm very happy to be here. But first things first, I want to be able to tell you thank you viewers out there in La La Land for watching the show, and thank you Public Access of Tucson. First things first, I hope you enjoyed the movie you saw before episode 64 was the new version of Dia de los Muertos. That was an old band I was in back in the day, like people all know. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. It was a good concert, and maybe you'll see it again later on in the coming weeks on the TV show. And I want to talk about an American who was from San Francisco, who managed to alienate the whole country by going to Afghanistan to fight with the Taliban. And you know who I'm talking about? I'm talking about John Walker. That fucking... I can't go off on him like I really want to. But the point is that I wish he dies. I wish he died. I wish he get the death penalty, but they probably won't give it to him. But I'm thinking about doing my own version of John Walker execution, DOE. That's the Green Mile bullshit thing coming up again. But okay, here we go, people. Alright, first things first. This is John Walker, and you know, he's like, oh, they were hurting me in the naval base. They were hurting me. What kind of fucking idiot go to another country to go fight with the bad guys? Fucking John Walker, fuck. But I hope to God that when he goes to prison, and I know he will, and we all know he will, I hope he gets like really hurt. Alrighty, okay, here we go. Die, you fucking... Die, you American Taliban fuck. I hate John Walker. He's a fucking un-American motherfucker. John Walker, I hope he goes to hell. So that's why we're burning him. Burn, you little piece of shit fuck. You American Taliban motherfucker. Too bad they didn't fucking shoot you over there, you damn fuck. So So we could kill John Walker. Die, John Walker. People. Okay, then in Florida, get this, people, in Florida, the black water, right, the black water hanging out in the coral reef, and hanging out in the water of Florida, and basically it's like an oil spill. But no one really can say it's an oil spill because it's not oil. It's some sort of like fungus thing, killing everything in the water. And you know what it reminded me of? Creepshow 2. The second story in Creepshow 2, remember? Where the oil slick is chasing the people in the lake. Do you know what it is? It's that coming to life. It's true to life. It's movies come to life, and that's what it is. And it isn't red tide, but the thing they say that dead fish are floating up to the surface after the black water contaminates the clean water. All I'm saying is probably a mutant thing. Mutant. And I forgot one more thing, people out there in La La Land. I came across a book that my friend let me have for a couple days. But check this out, it's a cool book, and it's about Sublime. Motherfucking Sublime. But it's about Brad. He was the motherfucking man with the master plan. Brad from Sublime. But basically in the next coming weeks, in the upcoming weeks, I'll be reading you paragraphs from this cool book. Okay, and I'm going to show you some pictures. Brad in high school. Okay, and then Brad again as a little kid, 5th grade. Okay, here we go. Brad's yearbook picture, people. Look at Sublime, lead singer Sublime, Brad. Look at that. His I came across his yearbook high school picture. Ain't that down? He just one of us. Sublime rock. Okay, one more picture before I go. Okay, I'll show a picture of Lou Dog. Smell like Lou Dog inside the van. Lou Dog, he died too. He died a year or 2 years after Brad died. Hola, here we are once again, the Call Me Crazy show. I'm very happy to be here, but I'm very sad too because Layne Staley, the singer for Alice in Chains, or the old band, early 90s grunge band. I think it's a stupid label. But anyway, Alice in Chains, the lead singer Layne Staley died at the age of 34 to a heroin overdose. But I wanted to show some cool pictures courtesy of Marty, the editor. Here we go, greatest hits. My favorite song on this is, I guess I would have to say, Brewster. And then we have a live album. Alice in Chains. But yeah, people, I saw Alice in Chains with Marty and a couple of friends of mine, Chris Duncan, as a matter of fact. We saw Alice in Chains in 1993 on some crazy shit, and their concert was nuts. It was at the TCC Exhibition Hall, April '93. And it was crazy. The mosh pit was intense. I saw people drinking Robitussin, doing coke, smoking weed, drinking beer, knives being pulled out, vomit, puke, sex, drugs, rock and roll, all that shit was there that night, prevalent. It was great. Alice in Chains, I love those guys. And lately, for the past couple of years, I kind of faded away from them because I was listening to other bands because they haven't put anything else out new. But they will always kick ass in my heart because I saw them on acid. Oh, here we go. Match Season is a Lane Stanley side project band that he did after Jar of Flies, a year after Jar of Flies was released. This was came out in 1995. And he formed a band with the Screaming Trees member and a Pearl Jam member. And basically all those members met in rehab previously the year before. And they all decided to form a band called Match Season. And now I understand why their album title called Above. Because the bass player is also dead from this band due to the same fact that they died from heroin. To each their own, I say, but I know people who done heroin and they're not around no more, so that's pretty much it. Jar of Flies, a kick-ass album. One of my favorite songs on here is probably I Stay Away. Okay, this is a Last Action Hero soundtrack. The movie sucks, but the soundtrack rocks. And Alice in Chains is on here. They only have one song on here, and two songs. I'm sorry. One song is called Little Bitter, and the other one is called What the Hell Have I? And that's a kick-ass song. They did a video for the movie for that, so that's cool. Oh, this is a cool one. This is one of the first bootleg Alice in Chains I heard back in the day. It's awesome. One of my favorite songs on this one is probably Wood. It's real heavy metal sounding at the end right there. Who can forget this? Dirt. I saw them, we saw them on this tour, and they kicked ass. They kicked my ass that night. They kicked my ass that night. Sorry, technical difficulties. Dirt. Dirt. Featuring the songs Them Bone, Damn That River, Rain When I Die, Sick Man, Rooster, Dirt, Junkhead, Godsmack, Hate to Feel, Angry Chair, Down on the Hole, Wood. And for all you people who like the band Godsmack, they were named after the song on this, people. So I suggest, if you're listening to Godsmack, go buy the entire Alice in Chains collection. You won't be sorry that you did, because you'll find yourself hooked to Alice in Chains back in the day, like I was. But listen to them, because Godsmack is hearing them and saying that they're an influence on them. Godsmack, the band, the now band. This is who we have to be thankful for. They're also on a movie soundtrack called Singles, a movie about the Seattle scene that was released in 1992, featuring music by Pearl Jam, Chris Cornell, the lead singer from The Replacements. It had a Jimi Hendrix song on there. It had Screaming Trees, Smashing Pumpkins. So Alice in Chains popped out for maybe 2 or 3 minutes with concert footage in the feature movie of this Single. The movie's kind of cheesy, but when Alice in Chains pops out on stage during their 2 songs, that's the best gleaming moment of genius that shines throughout Singles. And I like Cameron Crowe. Oh well. Sap. All the 4 songs are so good. They play with the band Heart, and I believe Mudhoney, Mark Arm was on here, Mudhoney singer. But this album, I used to hear it back in the day, like in '93 at work, at parties. It was awesome. Okay, and this is the album that started it all, Faithless, featuring the cult classic Man in the Box. If it wasn't for that song, nobody in the entire universe would know who Alice in Chains were. So, long live in peace, Lane Stanley. Say hi to all my friends up there, Lane. Say hi to all our friends. But Lane Stanley, out of the picture. Out of the picture. I gotta go. Bye. But a while back in London, they have a problem with our public urination, and you people out there in La La Land, you know what that means. It means that people are taking a goddamn pee out there on the sidewalk. But people have done it. I know I'm guilty of it. But anyways, in London, England, the government of England now has a thing where pop-up toilet comes out at night. Basically, when you're walking around the streets of London and you feel like taking a goddamn crap, these pop-up toilets will come out of the sidewalk and you can take a crap. My mistake. But yeah, pop-up toilet in London, whatever.
Ancient manual race, lonesome out of place, touching I am near, pacing I can hear, talking I am lost, words are just too much, sleep is much real, friends are there to heal, anticipation might kill you, no religion's a virtue, tool made out of clay, they're meant to rain, mountains much too tall, water just too hot, boots is way too tight, flag is way too dark, ocean is too blue, passion is untrue, anticipation might kill you, no religion's a virtue, tool made out of clay, they're meant to rain, open fields are empty, I can't wait, open fields are empty, I can't wait, open fields are empty, I can't wait, open fields are empty, I can't wait. Spirit surrendered to me, didn't sing a song, watching me with hateful eyes, shadows denied, I'm out of place.
First is 5 days before Star Wars Episode 2, and get to prove it to you people out there, us true Star Wars fans. Us true Star Wars fans. Bam! Advance tickets for Episode 2. The only reason it's a special Star Wars edition of Call Me Crazy is because Episode 2 is coming out next week. Next Wednesday. We have 4 days now, people. 4 days to Episode 2. And I'm excited and I am very happy. To all the firefighters who helped beat the fire. Now we had no more fire in the mountains. And on the subject of the fire in the mountains, I saw, I was up real early one morning. I saw the sunrise when the fire season was up on the mountain of Mount Lemmon. And the sun looked so weird. It was like a nuclear winter kind of thing, all bright red and the ashes and smoke covering the sun so you can see the sun coming in. But it was weird, it almost looked like an Episode 2 scene. Alrighty, alrighty, I know you're hearing the Ramones in the background. Here we are again. Dee Dee Ramone passed away due to the fact that he was partying with some things. But Dee Dee Ramone, he was the bass player for the Ramones, died. He died 2 days ago. Long live the Ramones and long live Dee Dee. And on the subject of the Ramones, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame up in Cleveland. So, you know, it couldn't have been perfect timing for him. He lived enough to see that they were inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is fucking great because I am the original Ramone. That's my original name on my birth certificate. Ramone. Stabbed and murdered, dead. I guess too bad. Okay, then also on the subject of that kind of stuff, is that India and Pakistan are on the brink of nuclear war, and they have 1 million soldiers lined up on each border. It looks like it's a simmering conflict, and they're both asking for international pressure on the other to like back down, but both sides won't back down. And worst case scenario, if one of them does use a nuclear warhead on each, well, fuck. Alrighty. In Chicago, that's where Rob to D2 is on the current leg of his U.S. tour. In Chicago, a gang member who was a hardcore gang member in the street gangs of Chicago apparently got turned over to the dark side, and I'm saying the dark side of an extremist Islamic view. And apparently he hooked it with some Al-Qaeda guy in Chicago, and basically he planned to bomb little people in Chicago, I guess, or something like that. But his name is Jose Padilla. And you know, how can Jose Padilla be Al-Qaeda? So you know, that's even scarier, you know, an American joining the enemy. And go in India, green and yellow rain was reported coming down. Can you believe that, people? You know, we're in 2002 and now rain that's yellow and green. What is it, the goddamn fucking, what do you call that red candy that you pop it open in the ocean? Skittles. You know, is that what it is? It's the Skittles commercial come to life. And apparently all these villages where the water was coming down, green and yellow rain, they freaked out and thought it was the end of the world. And maybe, who knows, it might be the end of the world. It started a little early. But imagine that, you know, I'm waiting for the day when rain is coming down and it gets blood red. That would be something to see, wouldn't it, people? Okay, I know, I'm being a little apocalyptic, but on the subject of the apocalypse, Ebola broke out again in Africa. That's the second time in a year. Apparently, a village was caught eating a dead monkey that was infected with the Ebola. When are you guys gonna learn? The last time I read about the Ebola incident, you guys were eating dead rats. Now dead monkeys. Oh, dead rat, Ebola. Alright, let's eat a dead monkey. Alrighty. Back in May 2000, he went in to ask for a federal loan, and the Department of Agriculture official, Janelle Bryant, she's a federal worker, one of the hijackers. A year before he does what he does, goes into a federal government agency and praises Osama bin Laden and said the Al-Qaeda leader will rule one day. And then also talking about praise to Osama bin Laden. And this woman, the federal worker, thinks Osama bin Laden is some fucking fucked up dude from Tatooine in a fucked up Tatooine sand people outfit. You know, for all she could have known, she could have said, oh, I thought Osama bin Laden was a goddamn Tusken Raider. What the hell? They live in the caves, they're in the mountains. What the fucking hell? Carrying a firearm in this park is limited to person who possess a permit issued. I don't think that's going to stop from people bringing guns into the park, even if they don't have a goddamn permit. So that's just stupid. So it's going to be taking American West Airlines pretty soon this summer. So we'll find out. Okay, here we are, people. The bridge finally. First time I saw this was last July 24th, 2001, and this piece of shit thing wasn't even finished yet. So here we are, here we are. It looks pretty nice, I don't know. I feel like Danny Glover. Remember in the Lethal Weapon movie, where he's hanging over the freeway in the movie, and he says, I'm getting too old for this. I'm getting too old for this Tucson. That was it for that. We're gonna take one more trip back into memory lane, and I'll see you in a bit. U.S. again. Parents of an 8-year-old boy asked school officials for counseling help to pay for psychiatric help for the 8-year-old boy because in 1999 a teacher dumped a cup full of live roaches on him. What the fuck? Is this teacher a fucking washed up stoner fuck, college fuck? I'm not saying college fuck, but a college graduate who's doing this to an 8-year-old boy, pouring a cup of live cockroaches onto an 8-year-old boy as a form of punishment. Has he been seeing Creepshow, the ending, too many times? I bet you that's it. Fear Factor. And Fear Factor, that's what it is. He's probably one of the writers of Fear Factor. But the teacher had a cup of live roaches and dumped it on an 8-year-old boy and said, you take that, you mommy dear as fuck. That's what the teacher said. No, I'm just playing. But imagine that kind of punishment. And the teacher still, the teacher still teacher. And then they wonder why kids drop out later. Oh man, I dropped out here. My fucking teacher dropped a fucking couple live cockroaches on my head when I was 8 years old, and I had an intense fear of cockroaches up until that point. But after that, it was very intensified, and I haven't been able to do anything since. Oh yeah. Okay, here people. On the subject of nostalgia and whatnot, me and Marty went to the same elementary school. I kid you not, people, we had cockroaches in our fucking desk. We're like the product of the early 80s, and we were in elementary school, and there were freaking cockroaches in the fucking desk. You can attest to that, but that is the truth. You know, and we didn't have Eric Brockovich back then sniffing around saying, hey, there's some filthy cockroaches and dirty water. We didn't have none of that shit around here. Yeah, and we couldn't think it, we were drinking water filled with lead. Because everyone used to complain, all the kids and the teachers back in the early 80s as elementary school went. Shit on me, but ain't the water taste like metal? Like lead? Yep, everyone thought so. And then they find out later in the 90s study, oh, kids who were drinking lead water suffer brain damage, supposedly. That gets great, now you have, now you probably have like 10,000 elementary kids from the 80s now with crazy tempers and road rage. But yeah, there was cockroaches in our desk. Yeah, you will open the, remember those kind of desks? You open the desk in elementary, you go, you know, you had your little pencil box and your little folder, like your Star Wars cards and your football cards. And if you're a girl, you had your little magazine of Cosmopolitan and whatnot. But when you open the desktop, as soon as you open it and that light is seeping into the darkness of the crevices of those books, and God knows, and we used to put chips in there too, you know? People would put chips in there and Twinkies, leave it in there for a week. You know, remember now you had to clean your desk out once a week. Well, even when you're trying to do that, if you got the desk before from the nastiest smelliest kid from the year before, you got a desk, that shit is infested. So when it would be clean, but as soon as you would open up the desk and the light is seeping into the desk, you can hear the scuttling of the fucking cockroaches. And then as you open it real wide and they're scampering away behind the books and down the little pipe, God knows where it goes, you know. It's in there. Little boy's time for fucking dreams and nightmare of the fucking cockroaches. But an 8th grader was subjected to being hit with jelly as part of his punishment. And part of the punishment was that all the 8th graders in this class throw fucking jelly at the 8th grader. And you know what's even sadder? The 8th grader let himself be smeared and thrown with jelly at him. Then they wonder why kids go in there blasting the whole shit away. Hola people, it's the Call Me Crazy show once again, and I'm very happy to be here. First things first, I have to thank Public Access for allowing the Call Me Crazy show to be on here once again. And this is it, people. This is episode 70. Episode 70. I can't believe it. Marty can't believe it. The whole country can't believe it. Okay, people, the Call Me Crazy show. I just got over here to the editor Marty's house, and I just came across this little thing, and I just noticed it because it says depression in very big letters, and lately I've been talking about these polls and surveys saying that 8 out of 10, I mean 7 out of 10 Americans suffer from some sort of depression or whatever. And basically what I want to be able to say is, they tell me, call me crazy, do you suffer from depression? And I know, call me crazy, I don't suffer from depression. All I do when I do get depressed or whatever, I get burned up. And then that way, I never had depression. Okay, so Jerry Falwell said last week, he was quoted as saying, I think Muhammad was a terrorist, he was a violent man, he was a man of war. Apparently, in India, they found out about the remark that Jerry Falwell said. There's been riots every day, 5 people have been killed in India between the Hindus and Muslims due to the fact that American fuck said, I think Muhammad's a terrorist. You know, Jerry Falwell's a terrorist. Hasn't he heard about give peace a chance. The zookeeper was suspended and fired from their job because after zoo official at the zoo noted there was some chicken, Tibetan mountain chicken and sheep missing from the zoo. It turns out that two of the zookeepers barbecued the animals that they were supposed to take care of. What is wrong with that? You know, apparently those the animals that were eaten by the zookeeper, they were part of a small part of the zoo that was a petting zoo. So for weeks, these animals being petted by normal, loving kids, and apparently when the zookeeper were hungry, they slaughter them, then barbecue them and eat them. Fucking zookeeper. Remind me never to go see a zoo in Berlin. Okay, on this date, 25 years ago, the Sex Pistols released Here Comes the Sex Pistols, never mind the Bullock. And apparently the Bullock means a big wart. I can hope the Bush family has to remember that they're not above the laws of reality. And, you know, look, you have the daughter of Jeb Bush that has a crack cocaine problem. You have the two underage girls of George W. Bush with fake IDs, been busted a couple times already for underage drinking. You know what kind of moral value are these kids trying to do? Oh, but I forgot I don't have any moral values, so why should I listen to these fucks? But anyway, I think they're hilarious. I think they should all get busted with crack cocaine and then maybe get the president hooked on crack cocaine.
Okay, sorry. This is the way it goes.
Feliz Navidad!
You guys are recording.
All right, ready? We're recording.
Go for it.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Prospero años y felicidad. I wanna wish Ray a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish Ray a Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad. Let's hope we don't get busted and go to jail this Christmas. Okay, that's my guest.
Drug bus.
Not a drug bus. That was my guest appearance.
Hey, bye. It was only just a dream. Just a dream. Communist leaning, but look at this guy. This guy looks like a cross between the Terminator and Don King. You know, and this guy, back when he was in the 20s, he used to have hundreds and hundreds of women pleasure him at the same time, while hundreds of his fellow countrymen were starving and being hacked to death. And this guy, and they say this guy's running a good country. I say to hell with that. And on top of that, he also liked to watch NBA basketball games. He also liked to watch movies. Guess what kind of movie he liked to watch? No, they're not Adolf Hitler snuff films. And no, they're not the Heaven's Gate kind of suicide movies you'll see. No, his favorite kind of movies are the Friday the 13th slasher flicks. What the hell? What the fuck? This guy likes Friday the 13th movies. Kim, Friday the 13th. Can you believe that shit? I can't believe that shit. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. You know, he can burn in hell too. Burn in hell, Kim. Burn in hell. Fucking dumb motherfucker. I'm doing my own fucking protest. And when I mean go to hell, Kim, not that Kim, I mean Kim, the North Korea leader, motherfucker. And you know what? Fuck Lance Bass or Boss or whatever his name is. the guy from NSYNC doesn't deserve to go up into space. Leave it for someone who really deserves to go into space. But the point is, 7 astronauts died on the Columbia, and I can feel real bad that they had to go through all that because 17 years and 4 days before that accident on February 1st, we all remember the Challenger blew up back in '86. A bunch of fucking shit. Bunch of fucking shit. Okay, back to the U.S. in Washington. Pig to be killed after a genetic engineering study may have entered the nation's food supply. Health officials said no risk is at to the American public. There is no risk. And the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, said there is no risk. He says, the Deputy Commissioner for the FDA says, Lester Crawford, says that we do not believe that there is a public health risk. Okay, keyword, believe. We do not believe. As far as I'm concerned, all the bacon I've been eating every morning might as well make me to fucking Toxic Avenger. For all I know, you know, I could start fucking freaking out with like maggots and shit like that. All because we're eating fucked up pigs that were genetically engineered in a study. Doesn't say where, but apparently the pigs that have been tampered with, we're eating them, people. We're eating them. So if you ever get a case of the fucking, if you ever see like an extra arm coming out of your head, like brain damage, or you ever see like if you start growing an extra toe, or if you have a third eye in the back of your head, give it all to the pigs, to the bacon and the wiener that we all eat. And you know, maybe the vegetarians are onto the good thing. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here's a sick shit story I heard and I read the other day. In Michigan, a man castrates another man on a kitchen table. The man that was getting castrated said that he told police he was getting castrated because he felt that he had STDs. The man who did the castration might serve 6 months in jail for that. So that's really good. Some guy tells his friend, hey dude, I have an STD. I want to get on your kitchen table and you cut my dick off. Yeah, these fucking, you know, remind me not to go to Michigan. Okay, we're going to go all the way to Europe and Romania. They are going to open a Dracula theme park near the burial site of Vlad the Impaler. I would like to go to that theme park. I have a thing for vampires. I collect vampire literature, and I always been into vampire movies. So I will probably one day go visit a Dracula theme park. But I think that's a cool idea. You know, it makes Disneyland look like fucking a kids park. What am I saying? It's like a kids park. Let's see. Dolly, the clone sheep, has died. And we all remember that Dolly. She was the first cloned animal ever. They put her to death. They put her to sleep. Put her to death. What am I saying? They put her to sleep a couple days ago because apparently she had like some sort of lung infection. But they're going to do an autopsy to find out if anything if her death has to do, or really her infection has to do anything with the cloning process that was that made her into her being. So we'll see. So what I want to know, okay, they cloned that religious space alien cult cloned a baby named Eve, supposedly. We don't know. There's no picture, but let's say they did. They cloned the baby. Okay, so Dolly got a lung infection, and it's 50-50. She got a lung infection due to the fact that the cloning process was fucked up. What if the cloning process is fucked up and all these clone babies, like 40 years from now, when we got like hundreds of thousands of clones and we don't know who the fuck they are because they won't tell us, but in reality these clones know who they are. Who are to say in 40 years from now that somehow down the way mutation gave away to like they can went crazy and they can start killing everybody. And that's what I want to know. Because if that's the case, then I guess we won't be around to see it and witness it. you're getting a cell. Not a Dell, a fucking cell. 8x10 piece of shit cell. In New York, of all places. You know what? He bought it like a nickel bag, dude. In the middle of fucking New York. I mean, Gotham City. I mean, you don't know. You don't buy drugs in Gotham City on the street corner. You do in alleyways. Haven't you seen the movie Seven? But anyway, he got busted of buying a little pouch of dope. And then on top of that, he proceeded to roll a joint, I guess, and smoke it.